NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg described the situation on the battlefield in Ukraine during the conflict with Russia as extremely difficult for the Ukrainian army. Officials in Ukraine said on January 16 that Russian attacks targeting Ukraine in the previous 24 hours had left 1 civilian dead and 11 injured, according to the Kyiv Independent. Those casualties were reported in Donetsk, Mykolaiv, Kherson and Zaporizhia oblasts. Donetsk Oblast Governor Vadim Filashkin said 1 person was killed and 1 injured in the frontline town of Krasnohorivka. He also said that 3 people were injured in the village of New York after Russian forces dropped 2 guided bombs on the village and launched missiles targeting the 3rd floor of a building. Additionally, Governor Vitaly Kim of Mykolaiv province accused Russian forces of launching an artillery attack on the village of Kutsarab, injuring a woman and 2 children. As of late on January 16, there was no information about Russia's reaction to the above statement from the Ukrainian side. Moscow has long denied that Russia's military campaign in Ukraine targeted civilians. Russia is under attack again? Governor Alexander Bogomaz of Russia's Bryansk province wrote on the Telegram messaging application on January 16 that Russian air defense forces shot down a Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, in the sky over this province, according to TASS news agency. Air defense forces of the Russian Ministry of Defense prevented an attack by Ukrainian terrorist elements. A drone was destroyed over Suzemsky district. There were no casualties or damage, Mr. Bogomaz wrote. In addition, Governor Alexander Gusev of Russia's Voronezh province wrote on Telegram on January 16 that in 24 hours, the Ukrainian army fired about 55 artillery shells into the area bordering Belgorod province, also in Russia. Mr. Gusev also wrote that Voronezh province was also attacked by unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, and that fragments of the fired UAVs fell and damaged a house and a car. As of late on January 16, there was no information about Ukraine's reaction to the accusations from Russia. President Putin issued a new statement. Speaking at a forum in Moscow on January 16, Russian President Vladimir Putin affirmed that Ukraine's much-advertised counterattack, which began in June 2023, had completely failed, and that Kyiv may soon suffer the blow cannot be overcome, according to Radio RT. President Putin also said on January 16 that it is impossible to take away from Russia the military gains it has achieved in Ukraine, according to Reuters. Speaking about possible peace negotiations, President Putin said that the ideas proposed by Ukraine are forbidden formulas for the peace process. Speaking in Davos, Switzerland, on January 16, NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg described the situation on the battlefield in Ukraine as extremely difficult for the Ukrainian army and urged not to underestimate Russia, according to TASS news agency. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called on the West to present a united front against Russia and increase support for Kyiv to ensure Russia does not prevail in the conflict. Mr. Zelensky also said that the West's hesitation in supporting Kyiv and concerns about escalation in the war with Russia are wasting time and could prolong the war for many years. During the Q&A session afterward, President Zelensky said he had received positive signals about unlocking financial support from the European Union. He added that Kyiv hopes the U.S. will approve more aid to Ukraine within weeks. Mr. Zelensky also met with senior officials such as U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg and international investors in Davos. Ukraine's foreign minister said he wanted to punch the Russian foreign minister. The above information was revealed by Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba in a recently published interview. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said he felt like punching his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in the face at talks during the early stages of the conflict between the two countries, Reuters reported. Mr. Kuleba made the above statement in an interview lasting about an hour with a Ukrainian blogger. The interview content was published on January 15. Responding to the words of the Ukrainian foreign minister, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova told the Izvestia Daily that statements like the above show the weakness of the Ukrainian leadership.